its position on animal welfare and use of antibiotics in its supply chain. Notably, Walmart is asking suppliers to publicly report their corporate animal welfare positions and antibiotic management on an annual basis. It also acknowledged support for the 5 freedoms of animal welfare, a list of animal rights recognized by the United Nations, which preclude the use of gestation crates. Walmart is not requiring suppliers to comply with its position and did not announce timelines, but Josh Balk with the Humane Society of the United States says the new positions are a game changer.
Who wouldn't want the applause of Walmart, a company that represents 25% of grocery sales in the United States? If you're a trade association, wouldn't you want your particular trade to get the applause of Walmart? Wouldn't you want your particular trade to comply with the asks of Walmart? I would think so. I think it just makes business sense. And if for any other reason, it just makes business sense to move in a more humane direction.
The National Pork Producers Council voiced its support for Walmart in a press release Friday. That statement from NPPC President Ron Prestage cited the pork industry's current use of antibiotics, which it claims are already used responsibly. Rapid planning progress and a friendly weather forecast are pressuring commodities again. Analyst Dan Huber with the Huber Report in Sycamore, Illinois has more.
Boy, for the speculative side, there are all the reason in the world to be short. Planning progress ahead of normal. Crop conditions, for the first reading yesterday started off great. Just nothing threatening in the weather forecast as a whole. So it's just the path of least resistance here is to the downside at this point. The beans, yes, they did move into the new lows here recently, but also, just no story for the bull to hang on to. The crop's off to a good start, and of course, immediately you associate that with big yields. You can back that up historically, because we can find out years where we get a great start and still have a bad crop, but nonetheless, like I say, it just does not give the buyer anything to hang on to at this point. The cattle, interestingly enough, it's we're not going anywhere. I mean, we're not really rallying, we're not breaking, which is unusual to see this long of a period. I mean, not a typical pattern in the cattle market. So, right now, hard to cast out which way it could move. The hogs bottomed back in March. Here again, I mean, just like cattle, we've kind of gone into a sideways pattern. We're not really breaking to any extent, but we're not really extending any higher. So, like I say, I think right now everybody's just trying to sort out exactly where that demand's going to be here for the summer months.
After months of developing, the Environmental Protection Agency released the finalized clean water rule today, taking into account 400 stakeholder meetings and over 1 million public comments. The EPA says the final rule protects streams and wetlands critical to public health, communities, and the economy. After releasing a proposal last year, EPA had a lashback from agribusinesses and farmer groups who questioned the clarity of the rules and saw it as government overreach. EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy pointed out traditional agriculture water exemptions and exclusions won't change. We put stories up every day. Check out WHOTV.com. Click News, then Agribusiness.